times, we will see that that state of attention ushers in well-being and joy immediately. It is inseparable, that attention and that joy. Before we go there, we'll quickly see the human potential. The red shaded portion below is we call it as sad for no reason, a very layman term, but generally it is a very dangerous state of the mind where it's called chronic depression, etc., which may need physical chemical intervention, to sort of set things right. You need a psychiatrist's intervention, which is a very, very sad state of affairs, obviously, and which means we need to take some help to get out of it. Sad for a wrong reason, which means somebody else's success, somebody else's positive things which happen to them, which we label as positive, makes me sad because of absolute comparison. Sad for the right reason is things like something which I value a lot, I lose. What we prefer, what we value, if it is taken away from me, is also sadness. What I am averse to is added to me is also called sadness. Right? The first level is a penalty, which means what you cherish is taken off from you. Generally, in the worldly sense, penalty is a little lighter sadness compared to the second one called punishment, which means I give you something which you don't prefer. Could be things like a physical exercise or imprisonment and stuff like that. Pain is added on. And then we go to the happiness part of the pyramid. Happy for the wrong reason. Happiness is happiness, yet when it's for a wrong reason, it creates a little problem because it has a stronger shadow of sadness waiting for it. Happiness for a wrong reason is when we are happy at somebody else's plight, or at somebody else's penalty, or somebody else's punishment. Within happy for a wrong reason, a little benign among these two malign stuff is when there is somebody else penalized, you are happy, na, at least paravala, you see. But when somebody else is punished and you are happy, when somebody else is added pain and you are happy, then that becomes happy for a very wrong reason, you see. And then comes what is called as happy for the right reason, which means two things again. Everything is ulta here. Some pain has been reduced from you, right? Or something which we value has been added to us. Need has two things now, arti, artharti, rendu irukku. For example, I got a lot of loans from not the right people. There are sharks chasing me around. You see, loan sharks. And somehow, if I get rid of the loans, I'm happy. So nothing new is going to be added to me right now. I'm getting rid of a liability instead of adding to an asset. So here, it is like, when you want to just get rid of a pain, arti. Artharti is a person who wants to add something. And then you go to the apex, which is the possibility we have. A state of attention, a state of a calm mind. That itself is happiness. But we will get there when we get there. So when sad for no reason is possible, it obviously shows me that this is also possible, right? Because the whole world exists in the tension of opposites. So here, this whole area which we marked out here, this is where most of us live most of our lives, moving between these two. And hopefully not going down there much, unless there have been a trauma, whatever. And every now and then, we also slip into this, where suddenly I'm happy, I don't know why. And I try to find a reason why. If we have to define, if we have to relive, if we have to say, describe that state of happiness. I tried it, not with one or two people, not with just one class of people, with about at least 2,500 people, all working people. That's the only uniformity when we did happiness workshops. And I asked them, everybody drew a blank. They started writing, I felt very grateful, I felt light. I felt a huge burden was not there. I felt like a breeze. And it was all poetic. Nothing. All these people are all engineers, MBAs. They're supposed to bring measurement, data, fact. And here there is no facts, you see. And now they were surprised because they are not able to tell the thought which they had when they were happy, in that state of happiness, not before, not after, not that which triggered, not the consequence, all that. Because that's the beauty of our divine works. Boldly asserts that state of happiness. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. That happiness happened when the mind was completely silent. And mind can only remember its noises. Mind cannot remember its silence, you see. And so the mind became silent when I asked the mind, tell me, what was the thought which was there when you were in that state of happiness? And the observation, now do you know where it is being taken in our divine texts? That is the grandest purpose of human existence. Not a technique. It is why we are here for. The quietening of the mind.
And let's count our blessings and make every blessing count. Have a great day.